Hello. Okay. Good morning to all dignitaries on the dais, off the dais, respected industrialists, entrepreneurs for steel industry. So now I'm here to represent my company, Inductotherm India Private Limited, and we are in the field of melting, pouring, heating, welding, and vacuum melting applications. Recently, we have supplied many furnaces, and we have supplied the largest furnace to BSRM Bangladesh. But this is the topic of decarbonizing, so I'm starting with the efficiency of furnaces at Bangladesh, and then process route, and then finally the future grid with using hydrogen to feed the electricity. So Bangladesh is a big plant. I'm taking the example of Bangladesh because Kamalji requested me not to, I'm taking whatever data of energy I'm taking from Bangladesh for your convenience, right, sir? So BSRM is the largest company in Bangladesh, and we have supplied total 6 set of 50-ton furnaces powered by 22 megawatt and 25 megawatt, and recently 7th is under commissioning. So since last 1 decade, we are supplying 50-ton furnaces. So these are the different modules of 50-ton furnaces. I'm skipping. So the recycling, these plants have actually scraps. It's in Chittagaon, so they have a lot of scrap. They are using scrap basically, mostly. And if we see the today world steel production, majorly by BF-BOF route. In BF-BOF route, basically you can reduce the carbon. So in that case, there's more carbon emission with respect to the secondary producers like induction route or EAF route. And here, our industry goal is to reduce the carbon. So for that purpose, I'm continuing my another slides. So in 2019, the world produces 1.28 billion ton of steel through blast furnace route. From the mine to the liquid iron, there are some carbon emissions. So if we use the total carbon emitted to produce 1 ton steel, is equivalent to 1.890 ton for 1 ton steel through BF-BOF route. And if we talk for recycling, so we have a lot of scrap worldwide, and this increasing day by day. So this is another route which we are using in induction furnaces and EAF furnaces. So the world generates around 490 million ton steel scrap per year, and the micromill is a steel plant producing 0.1 million to 1 million ton of billet per year, and comprises of a scrap collection and preparability facility, a primary melting facility, ladle refining, a continuous casting machine, heating and boosting plant before the rolling mill. Then another comparison, what we have that electric furnace and induction furnace and electric arc furnace. I'm taking this example because in arc furnace, still there is a carbon emission because of the graphite electrode consumption. So we have some comparative data also. Here we mostly we prove any time that the finished steel through induction route is as good as through the arc route or different route. But yes, there is some limitation of dephosphorizing and desulfurizing in induction furnaces. If we see the metallurgical property, these metallurgical properties also as good as the electric arc furnaces. So there is no carbon reduction in induction furnaces, but wherever is the grid from where we are taking the power, so there is the carbon emission. For that purpose, I am giving you the next slide of BSRM, for example. So if we see the BSRM, the total power consumption is 575 unit per ton on the good quality of scrap. And for this purpose, during this process, the total carbon emitted is 257 kg of CO2 to produce 1 ton steel. This is very much less in compared to the BF-BOF route. If the power will generate through suppose nuclear power plant or solar power plant, then this will reduce further. To complete the transition out to green steel, we have to accept changes to traditional production, and there are certain further researches are going on, and there's one potential fuel is hydrogen. It is a promising option in the fight against carbon dioxide emission because it doesn't emit carbon dioxide when burned, only emit the water. So here also, because water is precious, so now researchers have developed that they can use that water in electrolyzer. Normal water or seawater also can be used in the electrolyzer to produce the hydrogen. So I'm coming on actually my concluding slide, the last one. So what will be the future grid? This will be the grid in future to reduce the carbon during the steel melting process. So this will be the grid. Then we have electrolyzer. Then we have hydrogen storage tank. Then we have the power plant. So it's like that. From grid means if you have the turbine power, or if you have the coal-based power, if you have the solar power or wind power, you can feed energy to the electrolyzer, where you break the water into the hydrogen. That hydrogen you can store in the hydrogen tank. That again feed to the power plant, and like this grid will be completed. And from the grid, you will take the power to your melting facilities, but in between, suppose you are not utilizing your power, that power also you can use to break the hydrogen electrolyzer so that you can utilize your full power. Then there is induction furnaces. You can feed DRI scrap, then LRF for process and refining, and then caster. And then this is the final inductotherm multi-zone billet heater. So this will be the future grid to reduce carbon emission while producing steels. So thank you, sir.
Thank you so much, sir.